4 criteria to find out if you have hypothalamic amenorrhea. Hello wonderful women, this is Claudia from Nourished by Claudia, and I would like to apologize if today I'm looking really sleepy, but my baby didn't really want to sleep last night, and I don't know why I'm calling her baby because she's 2 years and a half, almost 3 at the moment. But anyway, that's why my eyes are looking a little bit sad. Anyway, going back to you, 4 criteria to find out if you have HA. I thought it was really important to make these videos because I'm getting lots of clients that come to me and would like to sign up for my HA recovery program, or during the consultation they ask me, but do you think that I have hypothalamic amenorrhea? Well, first of all, it's not really up to me to diagnose you because I am a nutritionist and a dietetic clinician, but I'm not a doctor, which means that I'm not allowed to make a diagnosis. So what you need to do before making an appointment with me, and then we can chat about the results together, is going to your doctor or your GP and ask for several different questions. So first of all, make sure that you run some blood tests. Which kind of blood test do you need to ask for? Is FSH, which is the follicle stimulating hormone, LH, which is the luteinizing hormones, estradiol, and also the androgens. So why am I asking for this test? Normally, when you're suffering from hypothalamic amenorrhea and you're not getting your period, your FSH and LH are quite suppressed, quite differently from when you have PCOS. The same goes for the androgens. If you're suffering from hypothalamic amenorrhea, normally is on the low end. Quite the opposite if you're suffering from PCOS. Also, estradiol nowadays is not really used to confirm or deny hypothalamic amenorrhea. And also some people that have completely recovered have still a low level of estradiol, but still it's quite needed once again to just make sure that you don't have PCOS or any other condition. On top of it, from my particular experience, my estradiol levels were really low, but just before getting pregnant they were super high. So some women respond very well to the treatment from hypothalamic amenorrhea and they see their estradiol shooting up the stars. The other tests that you need to ask for are a thyroid test and a prolactin, just to make sure that you don't have any thyroid disease or any other nasty stuff going on. But you can also chat with your GP about it if you wanna get more information. And then once you're at it, because you have been jabbed and you don't wanna be jabbed twice, also ask for your cholesterol, your full blood count, and your iron test. It has been shown that anemia can cause hair loss and can make you feel always cold and dizzy. So basically it has a lot of the symptoms that you normally have with hypothalamic amenorrhea. But once again, if you're suffering from HA, you are very likely to be iron deficient. The second thing that your doctor really needs to check for is your thyroid. If your thyroid is normal, and so basically your doctor has to stand behind you and needs to palpate the thyroid and making sure that there is no goiter, no nodule, and everything is fine and there are no really strange sounds. Then something else that your doctor can look for is hirsutism, which means like hairs around the bodies. And I'm not talking like a few strays of hairs, I'm talking like patches of hairs where they shouldn't be, where normally men have them but women don't. And also pimples, and I'm not talking about the couple of pimples that sometimes women get when they eat too much chocolate or just before getting their period. I'm talking about full-on acne in most of the cases. And then it's quite important for your doctor also to check your body weight and your BMI. We all know that the BMI is not really a correct measure for someone's health, but it's really important to find out where you are so then you can track your progress after that. After checking your body weight, your doctor should also be asking you about your history, meaning have you lost a dramatic amount of weight in the past 10 years, or have you lost more than 5% of your weight in the past month? So your doctor basically should write all these notions down just to rule out if you're suffering from hypothalamic amenorrhea or any other condition. So just make sure that your GP is doing all of this stuff properly, so you don't have to go back. And then you can bring all this information to me or to someone that you trust, and then we can compile them together. Third point, your doctor should also be checked about your history, meaning, are you taking any medications that are preventing your period to come? When was the last time that you took the oral contraceptive pill, if you ever have taken it, obviously, and when did you stop it? And did you get your period after stopping it, or did you get your period before taking it? And then your doctor needs to rule out other addictions like drug addiction or alcohol addiction that sometimes can interfere with the normal menstrual cycle. And obviously it should take a full-on history about your eating behaviors, what you're eating, what have you been eating, do you have any restricting behaviors, do you have any compulsory behaviors towards food, do you binge, do you take laxatives, do you compensate with over exercising, and all of that. And then the last part, obviously you need to discuss about stress level. How stressed are you at work? Are you suffering from anxiety? Are you suffering from depression? Are you taking medication because of that? And how much are you exercising? So are you just walking the dog every single day, or you are getting ready for a bodybuilding competition? So these are all important parts that needs to be written down. So once that your doctor have compiled all of this for you, just make sure that you have it in your file, you bring it back home so you can go through it. And whenever you don't understand anything, you can always write me an email to claudia@nourishedbyclaudia.com, or you can make an appointment with me. You can find it on the website, the link to make an appointment, or you can just sign up for the HA recovery program and we can talk about it individually via email, on a consultation, or on the Facebook page, so you can discuss it with all the other women and see what they are experiencing. And then last but not least, some doctors also should advise you to get an ultrasound done, which means an internal ultrasound and an intravaginal ultrasound. So you have a probe that gets inserted inside of you. It can be quite uncomfortable, but it shouldn't be painful at all. And they just want to make sure that there is nothing that is interfering with your menstrual cycle. So basically there is nothing physical that is stopping your fluid to come through. And also they want to check how many ovaries you have in the ultrasound. So this is quite tricky, because back in the days, if you have lots of follicles in the ovaries, they thought that you had PCOS, but now it has been shown that also hypothalamic amenorrhea has lots of small follicles. Normally the follicles that you see in PCOS, they are slightly bigger and there should be 25 per ovaries. With the hypothalamic amenorrhea, there is no such a rule at the moment. But having said that, it's so up to the doctor to make sense of all the information that he's getting. And I really hope that this video made sense, so then you can make a good use of it. All right, this is Claudia from Nourished by Claudia. If you want to join my HA recovery program, you can find the link on my website. Otherwise, make sure that you download the free ebook 10 essential tips to get your period back. Also, you can find it on my website. Thanks so much for listening. Bye for now.